All right, here we are back at it with Dish Generator. We're going to make up a whole bunch of awesome new randomly component generated dishes using dishgenerator.com. A little thing I made. Been having a lot of fun doing it the past 3 days. Come out with some awesome dishes. Probably after day 5, I'll do another brainstorm session and we will look at that list all together on Saturday and pick out our favorite ones. Make it real fancy, real nice. We'll tighten it up to pick out our favorites. Again, after I put out enough bad ideas, some good ones are likely to come out. But I think so far the ones I've listed are all pretty freaking good ideas. So let's get going. Why not? So we got beef flank. We can sear off some beef flank. Why not? Who doesn't love that? Start with grilled broccoli flour. Fregula herb. Let's make this interesting. Do like a black garlic glazed, or just black garlic fregula. I think that is descriptive enough. And bonito. That's an interesting kick. Got a little surf and turf there. Add some savoriness. That's interesting. Brazil sauce. Need to go through and clarify what that is. I haven't had anyone yet stop me to, well, I've had some guys tell me on Reddit that they needed me to put together a glossary so that they wouldn't have to go and research these things, but I think there's some version of a garlic. Looks like Brazil sauce. Oh yeah, we've done this already. It's like a pineapple-based, kind of a sweet sauce. Mayonnaise, pineapple, and curry. Brazil sauce in Belgium. That wouldn't be too crazy here. We could do that. We could glaze the broccoli flour in like a citrusy or even Brazil sauce. Pineapple note. I think the pineapple pairs well with black garlic. So not a horrible way to go. I wouldn't maybe or maybe not garnish this with the bonito flakes. But I don't think that's a bad idea. I think that'd be kind of an interesting dish. Something like this could even do well with an egg on top. Who doesn't love steak and eggs with, grilled broccoli? It'd be awesome. Cool. Next. Rabbit with risotto, Jerusalem artichoke, Maltaise, which is an old French sauce, fried shallot. This on his dish as its own is awesome. Let's make a note of the whole thing. So let's do a roasted rabbit loin. Or even like a rabbit leg confit on top of risotto, or be sure to go light on your Jerusalem artichokes because it can do some funky stuff to your gastrointestinal system, make you really, really gassy, even though they're freaking delicious. Or even let's do Jerusalem artichoke chips. You can shave them real nice and fry them. That way you're not serving too much of it and making your guests a little gassier than they like. Let's go ahead and look up the mouse to be sure. I don't fully recall. I believe this is yep, Maltaise. On its own sounds delicious. Maltaise. Blood orange hollandaise on top of the confit rabbits. You got some really, really rich notes. And I'm not opposed to throwing a sauce on top of risotto to make it extra creamy, especially if that creaminess is going to add to it. Make a really rich and nice dish. I would do pickled shallots on top of fried shallots too. Why not? Pickled and fried shallots. Because you're going to want some acidity there to cut through this, but I'm not opposed to throwing that blood orange sauce on top. It'd be awesome. Super good. Hey, we got rabbit loin again, lima beans, onions, guacamole, and onion. Man, I'm getting thrown to want to do something pretty Latin here. Maybe a rabbit barbacoa. Probably not a bad idea. Do a traditional kind of variation on barbacoa and shred it up, serve lima beans. This sounds like a great taco to me. Let's do roasted onions. Guacamole. So good. Oh yeah. Give me some rabbits. Let's do it. A beef tenderloin with lima beans again. Yeah, I promise. I've got at least 50. There's definitely over 120 components of proteins, at least 50 starches, 70 something veggies, tons of sauces, and tons of accents. So it's by full happenstance that I'm getting lima beans twice in a row. But either way, it's all generated by random. It keeps it fun. So we have another option with lima beans. So we can do a beef tenderloin. Fried lima beans, why not? Let's try and get some texture on it. So maybe even I would like batter and fry them just for something totally different. Why not? So you get some really crispy batter fried lima beans, shaved radicchio, salad with some radishes. Roseoli. Maybe not. Kind of a garlicky, rosy. I don't know. I've never tried it. I don't see why not. I think the garlic in the rose petal would keep it kind of nice. I would just use a couple drops of rose essence, just kind of mix it up a little bit. But maybe not. Maybe a more rose and citrus. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Parrotfish, fregola, potato, pico de gallo, and juniper. That's an interesting start. Parrotfish, and I'm not one for doing two veggies all in the same, or two starches, that is, I mean. I wonder if anyone's ever tried frying fregola. You could kind of puff it like you would a pasta. Fry and dry it for a crunch component. I don't know. I'm gonna move on from this one. I'm not feeling it. That's kind of the point of this, I think. Surimi, I think that's a Japanese kind of fish paste style thing. So maybe a surimi, seasoned, poached quenelles, kind of Japanese and French preparation. So make a fish mousse, seasoned soy and things like that. How am I getting lima beans again? This is weird. All right. Let's see, lima beans. Sure. Let's do a citrus salad of lima beans. Shredded, chard. Or pickled chard stems. Maybe even take these quenelles and wrap it in chard. Wrap it in nice, like, wilted chard. mushrooms is screaming out to me right now. So I would probably wilt it in a nice like mushroom-based broth. Citrus salad with lima beans. Maybe some fresh garbanzos. Get some really nice green in there as well with those pickled charge stems. Sabayon profiteroles. That's weird. I haven't gotten that one yet. I think I would bypass the profiteroles. That's really cool. Sabayon on the sauce is a good nod. Maybe a yuzu? No. Maybe a dashi sabayon. So keep it kind of tight with that mushroom and French kind of influence together. Profiteroles, that's so fun. All right. Pork sausage with taro, Brussels sprouts, balsamic reduction, and shiitake. That's dishing me out another like kind of Japanese mix in here too, or a Japaneseable. But we can always substitute whatever we want. So let's do a spicy Sicilian style sausage. That way we can do Brussels glazed in blood orange, balsamic, shiitakes, maybe not. So let's do, what's a common Italian style kind of mushroom? Creminis? Shaved creminis? Or white buttons? Just really nice and delicate, fresh mushroom flavor in there. Just add some savoriness and really delicate texture. I like that dish. That sounds really, really good, really simple. Probably awesome with beer. Probably definitely awesome with a beer. I'm not a beer expert, but you tell me, please, what beer you would serve that with. I might meet up and make that. Sounds great. Beef, New York strip, garbanzos, wasabi, Venetian sauce, filet powder. Garbanzos, garbanzos and wasabi. Why is wasabi in a vegetable? I guess it's horseradish. Wasabi and steak, horseradish, garbanzos. Has anyone ever tried like of course, when you puree garbanzos, you take sesame seeds and whatever to make it a hummus. But has anyone ever tried a garbanzo puree with horseradish? I don't see why not. Let's do grilled New York strip. Wasabi brushed. Garbanzo puree. Let's see what we get for Venetian. If I ever look this up. You know, let's face it, I've never been through Europe and studied like real traditional sauces and old school style stuff. It's classical French herb sauce used to accompany fish, a velouté, and fish fumet with vinegar. Oh wow, okay. So I mean, this isn't necessarily the velouté. Maybe do a white soy velouté with shallots instead. I would definitely omit filet powder. I might even completely take that out. It doesn't really add a lot of flavor, and it's not completely limited to Southern cuisine, like Louisiana style kind of stuff, but I don't really ever see it anywhere else. Filet powder is the root of, oh man, I just learned this not too long ago. use it to thicken your gumbo. Sassafras, right. Spicy herb. Where's the leaf? I'm not sure. Anyway, moving on. Next, that's a pretty good dish too. Interesting mix. Why not? I'm not forced to do it, but again, this is just a lot of ways. It's an exercise to kind of, I think, open your brain, open your mind to being able to create unique and interesting combinations. Again, that I'm not creating in my own head out of my own flavor base and experiences. Cool dog. All right, moving on. We got salami, black eyed peas, green beans, sriracha, and celery seed. Maybe let's combine the concepts of salami and sriracha and just do like a Calabrian calabrese sausage. Calabrian chilies, Calabrian sausage. I'm thinking of that really firm one, so I would dice that. This could be like a really interesting shareable dish. Where you could take this and fry it. This sounds like a side dish to me. That would be really good. Maybe I would even do calabrese chili over black eyed peas. Sounds like you can kind of flip this into kind of like a Hoppin' John, but with Italian sausage. So I would do, what is that, bean and rice? So I would take rice, like a simply cooked rice, why not? Risotto rice. What do you call that? Arborio is a good choice. I would just simply cook it. I wouldn't even necessarily make it a risotto preparation, but I would make it and then fry it just to get a little bit of crispiness and fry those black beans together. Celery seeds, why not? Celery leaf. I don't necessarily have to do green beans in here. I think corn is an interesting choice too, or even fresh garbanzos. We can go back to that. Something not quite as assertive as green beans, although they are delicious if you do them right. But maybe just pickled green beans. That could be okay. Pretty Southern Italian and Southern American dish put together this way. Kind of an interesting concept there. To consider those regions of Southern Italy and Southern Americas to come up with this type of dish like that. Well, why not? Again, I would have never really thought of it that way to consider it, but there's a lot in those cultures, of course, that share commonalities. Of course, the love of sausage. Not necessarily that Southern American sausage is cured and treated the same way. Why not? Mackerel with rice, classic. I guess Japanese kind of sushi style preparation. Bell peppers, Mornay sauce. Cheese and mackerel. Cheese sauce and mackerel, not so much, but rice, bell pepper, Mornay, and cayenne peppers, something workable for sure. I'm going to skip this one. I would make a snack kind of like this at home. For some reason, to me, that sounds like something I would throw together in a bowl with, if that was what was in my cupboard. Probably maybe even like a canned fish instead of that mackerel. Moving on, braised pork cheeks. That's almost the only way to do it. I like to, when I clean my pork cheeks, when you take off all that sinew and stuff, I like to take that and sear it so that you have extra, charred bits at the bottom to deglaze. So I would deglaze. I would actually sear that and deglaze in a separate pan. I'd strain out those bits so that you don't end up putting all of that sinew, or at least the tendons that you cleaned off, in your final product, in your braise, because it doesn't necessarily break down all that well. Either that, or I've actually taken it and put it in a sachet and included it with my braise to impart some extra flavor too, and just taking out that sachet of the tendons, because there's always some little leftover meat on it, and I hate to see that go to waste. Just my own little tip. A little extra effort, but I like to pay respect and not to waste not only the opportunity to flavor, but the waste of the pork who died for your meat, of course. So braised pork cheeks over at Zuki beans, shaved turnips. Yeah. Madeira. Oh, that'd be great. Oh yeah. Madeira braised pork cheeks, Azuki beans, shaved turnips. Give you some nice earthiness, and that white, beautiful white color would be really good, really great. And shaved, I wouldn't even do like rounds. I would do it like a Japanese style katsuromuki, like hair thin. Really nice, like refreshing component to the beans and the braise. And of course, you're gonna want that broth, the Madeira broth at the bottom of your dish there. Lavender, maybe not so much. What comes to my mind is garlic flowers, if you have access to that, or garlic chives. That would make for a really, really pretty dish. I'd make sure to get a good amount of carrot in there too. Carrot. Some roasted carrots in that dish would be lovely. Ham with jasmine rice, leeks, africaine, and citrus. Let's see what africaine comes up. Sauce africaine is a brown sauce flavored with tomatoes, onions, peppers, and herbs. Tomato, onion, pepper, herbs. Tomato, onion, pepper, herbs. Varies from an Espanol. Okay. It doesn't sound too far off from becoming like a Louisiana Trinity. So yeah, this is definitely a could be a Southern inspired type of dish. Shaved ham. And by shaved ham, I'm kind of envisioning like a stack of really nice and kind of thin shaved ham, almost, man, even like a sandwich bread kind of thing, served over rice. I mean, if you have really great quality ham, I don't know. I don't think it's too much of a gimmick to serve a dish like this. I mean, in my head, this is kind of a casual dish. Over jasmine rice, of course. If you're serving rice on its own, I love buttering my jasmine rice. It's a snack I grew up with. Butter leek, African sauce. So it's sounding more like a, what do you call it? A loco moco, almost kind of thing. Yeah, so it sounds like a loco moco, but not crappy like I've had before. I actually went in Hawaii, had a loco moco where apparently that's where that's from. I'm not really sure, but anyway, let's throw fried egg on there too. This is a pretty interesting brunch dish menu. I don't know. Given a day where I feel inspired to do something like that, that could be an interesting dish. Let's move on. Beef jerky with sushi rice, garlic, soy sauce, and clove. Wow, straight up. Never considered doing this like this. Beef jerky and sushi rice. I think the chewiness of your jerky, unless maybe if you blitzed up your jerky, so you do like a ball of sushi rice, chopped beef jerky, like a shredded beef jerky, just so it's like, have you ever? I don't know if y'all have ever had. It's a Vietnamese style uh, shaved, like a dried and shaved pork, not shredded. Shaved. It's more shredded than it is shaved. But you take, typically they take pork legs, they marinate in soy and fish sauce and things, cook it, and then they dry it, and then it's shredded to a fine shred. As a common snack I grew up with, served with just rice. So I mean, I would maybe do a similar thing with shredded beef jerky. Oh, you don't have any chewiness, but you get that um, pure beef flavor accented with soy and garlic, and that'd be a dish of its own. Like maybe even serve that like as an amuse bouche. Just a perfect ball of sushi rice. You know, granted, you know how to make sushi rice and serve it well. That in its own is a transformative dish. If you have the perfect texture of rice balled into your mouth, then it just kind of falls apart. Um, Man, that'd be great. Maybe some pickled. First thing comes to mind, pickled daikon. Cool. I would omit the clove for this one. Next, beef shank, plantain, corn. Okay, African again, and Parmesan. Oh yeah, plantains. Plantain, plantain chips, beef shanks, plantain, corn, African. Man, I want to make tacos. I keep leaning towards tacos. Maybe I'm just hungry and I want tacos. I am pretty hungry. Let's do shredded beef shank. Um, Plantain tostones, corn crema. I'm gonna omit African this time. Corn crema, Parmesan corn crema. Parmesan goes great. Goes great with corn as a substitute for like cotija. You know, it's not close, but you're gonna get the idea of salty, really full, savory notes. Shredded beef shank, plantain tostones. Man, this sounds so good. Ooh, I don't think that's a full dish. Maybe even throw in like a epazote or shredded lettuce. Um, Roasted tomato. Maybe I would make sure there's roasted tomato. Roasted tomato, shredded beef. Oh yeah, okay. That's another dish on its own. I might definitely just make that for fun later on. Bratwurst with black lentils, kohlrabi, Alfredo. I could definitely see a bratwurst with a garlic cream sauce. Nah, maybe not. Bratwurst is kind of too delicate. Not delicate, but really pairs better to something like beer. I mean, it's just classic. I think I'm gonna skip this one. Pancetta with kidney beans, doable, done. Potato espagnole. Profiteroles again. Let's play around with the profiteroles. Let's do. Oh man, what do you call those? We used to make them at a restaurant. We took like government cheese and made it into shoe paste. So they had these cheese puffs that we served at the table. Um, Maybe just pancetta profiteroles. Pancetta profiterole. We can stuff it into a sandwich, like slice it open. We can smear some kidney bean puree. Man, this sounds like a really kind of stupid high idea. And probably when I go and execute this one's I'm just gonna skip it. I'm gonna leave this one as is. Let's not even count it. Jeez, I'm gonna put a couple spaces here and omit that for the bottom. Scallops, wild rice, spinach. I've made a dish similar to this before. It was like a meal prep kind of situation. Something they wanted light and healthy. A Beurre Rouge, star anise. Okay. Seared scallops, definitely the way to go. Go for wild rice risotto. Red wine, wild rice risotto. Maybe just do chiffonata spinach just over the top. I don't know. I think that'd be a great flavor to throw in there. But in all terms of like a nice dish, I mean, spinach is really cheap and it's usually perceived as so, even though it's delicious. I mean, I've kind of grown up in my career cooking with Ferran Adria's perception of cooking and ingredients is that even like a truffle has the same value as, I don't know, like an orange. I mean, sure, the cost difference is different, and truffles are valued much higher in general. But if you look at ingredients by cost, you really kind of limit your expansion because they're both just botanical goods that we can eat. So I think you open yourself up to more opportunities if you value them the same in a different way. So I would do a chiffonade spinach with maybe on this dish could be good. Star anise and red wine go well together. Maybe do maybe an orange star anise vinaigrette, or gastrique. And reduce it down. I would go fairly light on the anise if you were to make a gastrique out of it, because it can become a little bit overpowering, but as an accent point to kind of touch on the red wine, I think it's going to be doable. Venison loin, quinoa, frisee, Alfredo, maybe quinoa crusted venison loin. I would cook that quinoa, dry it a touch. I would rub that venison loin with some mustard. Quinoa and mustard crusted venison loin, get a nice sear. That quinoa will get kind of crispy on the outside, which is really nice. And just serve that with a simple frisee. Frisee salad. These carrots. Carrots is out of my head. I love carrots. And root vegetables with venison is always a good way to go. Alfredo, maybe not Alfredo. Maybe do shavings of cheese. Let's do shaved pecorino. Smoke. Smoke's not a bad way to go. Frisee. I would season the frisee salad really nice and light. So just like toss in a little bit of fresh lemon, olive oil, shaved pecorino. I do want a sauce. I don't know if I want to go with a cream-based sauce, but with what it gave me, that's the only kind of thing that comes to my head. I wouldn't specifically just do a garlic Alfredo, though. I don't know. Kind of, why not? Quinoa mustard. Cherry smoke. Nah, I don't want to do smoked anything on this one. Something nice, light, and delicate. You know, garlic cream frost. So like a cappuccino, garlic cappuccino frost. I don't know how to spell cappuccino. Here it is. Garlic cappuccino frost. That's a really sexy dish, I think. I don't know. Gordon Ramsay might be proud if I was in one of his restaurants. Pretty sexy and simple. Let's do 2 more and I will be done for the day. Because this is a lot of fun. I do enjoy doing this, but hey, I'm getting hungry. Don't judge me. Or judge me, I don't care. You don't know me. Salami, Jerusalem artichoke, soybeans, gremolata. Salami, gremolata, artichoke. Oh yeah, okay. So this sounds like to me somewhere we could go. I would introduce roasted red potatoes. For me, this sounds like a past app or an hors d'oeuvre or something. So I would do discs of roasted red potato, a nice slice of salami, Jerusalem artichoke mousse, nice whipped. Definitely a nice gremolata on top would be good. I'm best, of course. That's what's in a gremolata. So yeah, cool. One more. Ground beef. Ground beef, kidney beans, radicchio, mousseline, Hungarian paprika. Maybe I should take out ground beef, but I wanted this to kind of give you an idea that you can. It's just inspiration, so it doesn't have to be ground beef. Just for fun, let's do beef tartare. Let's do a crispy or beef kidney. No, kidney beans. Yeah, kidney bean radicchio salad and shaved radicchio with frisee. Frisee. Mousseline. Garlic mousseline. Garlic paprika mousseline. Yeah, I don't. Sure, why not? Nice. I'm gonna do one more because I'm not done yet. I'm not out of energy yet because I can keep doing this. Lamb shank with popcorn. Ooh, that's interesting. We're eating popcorn grits. I love that technique. Out of California, who's that chef? Oh man, someone tell me. Someday I'll remember. Let's do braised lamb shank, popcorn grits. The chef at man, the restaurant's name is like 3 letters long or something. Koi? It's like KOI, but it's pronounced Kwa or something. I don't know. I can envision the guy's face. Everything they make there incorporates some wood or smoke aspect, and it's cooked over wood, which is amazing and brilliant. 3 Michelin starred restaurant in California. Never been, never eaten it, but I study a lot of different things on the interwebs, and I love it. It's great to live in this time and day, especially to be able to create fun tools like this. By the way, try to be grateful always. So wilted beet greens, or maybe even omit it. I don't know. Maybe even candy it, or fry it, or fried beet greens. So fried beet green, So I'm going to throw on top with a really nice kind of shattery effect over the top of everything. Guacamole, I'm going to omit. Maple syrup. Maybe a maple and Daniel's glaze. Sure, that sounds awesome. I mean, pretty good. I don't even really know if the Daniel's glaze is necessary, but I'd eat that. I don't even really like lamb that much, but I would make it. I know how to make it. Cool. How many did we get today, y'all? Let's expand that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 today. That's more than I thought. Well, thanks again for joining me today to brainstorm dishes on day 4. I'll be back tomorrow, unless I get hit by a car or something. You never know. Grateful for today. Hopefully to see you tomorrow. Thanks, y'all.